All right, that's the course overview. Let's go to the start and get a closer look. They're off, and so will you be. Stay relaxed and confident, but get where you want to be. Don't let the wild race for position leave you a straggler. Stay focused and start implementing your race plan. We can't show you the course exactly as it looks on race morning because then you'll be surrounded by rival harriers. Aside from that though, let's take a look at the course as you'll see it on race morning at Van Cortlandt. Nice wide starting area, no need to go out too fast, just get in position. It's about 600 meters from the start to the first turn, which is way down at the end of this field. As you can see, it's a nice wide field. Right now it's solid dirt. By November, it starts to get a little muddy sometimes, so check it out ahead of time. Make sure you've got the spikes that you want. About 400 meters into the race, you'll pass the eventual finish line where those two poles are. And from there, you have about 200 meters to the first turn. After you make that first turn, you're going to go down this way, past the mansion, and off in the distance, 360 meters, is the next turn, the next pole. You're going to make a big sweeping turn around that pole and then head to the left. When you get here, you're going to be not quite up at a mile, and you'll see the pole here, and that'll mark the end of the flats and the beginning of the cow path. Up until now, you've had plenty of room. You know, there's lots of space to move around people and to move up, but about here, you're going to find out that things narrow down. So you're going to want to think about getting into position, certainly as you start up the cow path, because you can still pass this, but it gets a little narrow and a little trickier. This is the cow path, about 650 meters long, and as you can see, it's a nice even surface. It wasn't always like this, really. Up until the 80s and 90s, it has become very rutted and very hard to run on, dangerous even. But now the city replaced the surface with this nice crushed, finely crushed rock, and so you won't have any trouble with the footing. Not everyone likes that, by the way. Some people think it sort of ruined the ambiance of Van Cortlandt. But as far as I'm concerned, ambience only gets you so far, and I think this course is a lot safer and a lot faster. The one problem that you're going to notice is you'll see these railroad ties that will come along about every 10-15 meters, and you're going to have to try to keep a nice line of sight so that you can see those things coming and get over them. About 75 meters after you start onto the cow path, you come up here to the 1 mile rock, and that's the first rise on the course. As soon as you pass the rock, you're going to start down a little downhill again, so you get a little bit of a rest after that 1 mile rock. If you look around here, you see it's nice and leafy, and we're overhung with leaves here and branches and all this. It may be that if you run later in the year, it's going to look much more bleak than this. So keep that in mind, and just remember that as you get onto these back trails, keep looking for that person ahead of you and keep trying to stay with them. Just past the mile rock, we come to another little rise here on the course, on the cow path. And you can see to the left there's another trail that goes off, which takes you to Cemetery Hill. Now, you're not going to go that way today, but that's where the Van Cortlandt family is buried. And it's also part of the 5 mile and 10K courses. So it's an historic part of Van Cortlandt lore, but you're not going to go that way today, so we're going to keep going on. At the end of the cow path, you're going to come to this, which is about an 85-meter hill, very sharp rise, and this is the only, on the freshman course, it's the only hill. Anyway, you should be ready for this. It's a good, steep elevation climb, and it'll take you to the end of the cow path.